Hello, this is Shigo. We are going to be learning I'm going to be teaching you how to make an easy bow tie and or hair bow. The stitch we are going to be using is called a Tunisian stitch, or also known as the Afghan stitch. Tunisian crochet and Afghan crochet are very similar. An example of that is this. This is the crochet wrap I'm working on for the winter time. And this is a Tunisian hook that it's on. This is a K 6.5 millimeter, but I have other hooks, so I'm going to have my husband angle it down so I can show you what we're doing. Okay. In the middle. In the middle. Okay. This is a big hook. I'm gonna probably be using these more for demo, or these are for bigger projects with a thicker kind of yarn. This is a Q17, a 15.75 millimeter crochet hook. This is a P16, which is 11.5 millimeter. This is a J hook, 6 millimeter. This is an I hook, also 9, depending on what size you're going with terminology for English, UK, or US. I normally use the US. It is a 5.5 millimeter. This is a H hook, also known as an 8 hook, which is a 5 millimeter crochet hook. And this is the smallest one I have. I need to get more sizes, so but when I get that, I will show you. This is a G6 4.25 millimeter. So this is what the bow looks like. This is me going long ways. This is for my oldest son, Skyline Dawn's Bendy cosplay, which is inspired by the fact that he's currently doing a Let's Play, and I'm helping him, of Bendy and Making Machine. This is inspired from Five Nights at Freddy's. This is his Bonnie, or Bonnie something. I don't know which Bonnie, because I'm still learning all the characters myself. This is a Five Nights at Freddy inspired bow tie for his Bonnie cosplay of some sort. On the back, I have the safety pins for my boys for him to wear. But you can just as easily switch out for a girl. Basically, I'm going to show you with this one, because this is easier to get in and out. Okay. Switch it out. I personally use the safety pins for cloth diapering, which I don't know about you, but for some reason when I go to my local Walmart to their craft section, I find them, but not in the baby department. So if you need these kind, not your average kind, you can get them at Walmart, or probably any type of craft store, but I get a lot of my craft stuff at Walmart because it's nearby and it's closer to my house and it's affordable. So, but if you wanted to make it a hair bow, like so, you put the little clippy and then you can put it on your little girl's hair. So, we do that. Okay, and I'll put this off to the side and we'll get started. I'm also going to show you the different types of yarn that I have to work with right now. These are different, obviously you can tell they're different types. This is probably for your major crafts and stuff. This I'm probably going to be doing the demo with one or two, with either one of these. We'll see how it goes. And this is just, yeah, I did a practice run with it last night. It wasn't as, it was not as tight knit, you know. Basically, when you think of Tunisian or Afghan crochet, you have to think like a knitter, because even though it's one hook, it's basically like knitting. It's flat. So I'm going to get one of my yarn caddies to put the yarn in. So put it in like this. And then I do this like so. And there you go. That way we won't get tanglies going on. Okay. Get this hair out of the way. Okay. Alright, we are going to make a slip knot like so. And this is easy for me to do, but you can pretty much make a bow with any type of stitch you want. I do the Tunisian because it's easier for me, because it makes up really fast, you know, especially if you want to get it done quickly with no stress. That just works for me. So, but this is more for a more experienced crocheter or knitter. I recently, a few months back, discovered it, and I've fallen in love with this technique, so I've been doing it a lot lately, which is why I decided to make another baby wrap with yarn. That will also double for something for me to wear during the winter if I don't feel like wearing a jacket or a sweatshirt. So, because where we live, I live in the part of California where we live, it gets really hot and cold, very flip-floppy. So sometimes it's just easier to have a lighter thing around you in case it gets hot, or have on hand in case you're out and about. So anyway, remember, your slip knot does not count as your first stitch. So right now I have 1, 2 chained. I'm going to chain 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. We're going to go with 8 for now. I'm going to do this little quickly with this, and then I'm going to switch to a different hook because this is big and bulky and it's not going to be as clean and neat and uniform. But this first stitch right here is going to count as your first stitch on the hook. We're going to go in the next one right here and cast it on. This is what we call a foundation, also known as a forward pass throughout the rest of the pattern for using Tunisian or Afghan. I usually call it Tunisian because that's how I discovered it in one of my crochet books. So, and I've fallen in love with the technique, like I said. This can probably make an easy, quick scarf if you wanted to. So, and then you keep them all on the hook, like so. I'm trying not to get tangled up in yourself here. Okay. Here we go. Alright. That is your from your foundation. This is also known as your forward pass. I'm going to show you how to do a backward pass right now, and then I'm going to undo what I did and go on the smaller hook to show you how more uniform and easy it is to do. First I'm going to count my stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I have 8. When you do a chain in normal crochet, you chain 1. This is considered a chain 1 on this first one, so you have an even number. But the rest of this row, you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And this is a backward pass. Yarn over, pull through 2, 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 and then when you go in, when you do a forward pass again, you do this. The one you just went through, you go like this, yarn over and pull through both of those, and then you have your new stitch. And now we're going to do the forward pass again, going forward like so. And as you can see, it's kind of like knitting, except in this case it's only one hook as opposed to 2. I recently started learning knitting again, so just once I get some more practice in, I'm going to do a small scarf project and show you how to do a small scarf. I'm also going to be learning how to make gloves with fingers and stuff. So, things I discover, I will definitely share with you, which is why we're sharing this. Okay, like I said, you're going to do chain 1, you pull through, yarn over, pull through that one first loop, and then the rest of the row you yarn over and pull through 2, like so. My husband is my tech crew. He's making sure I'm in camera, so he gave me a marker so I'm in camera view. Alright. If you've noticed, you don't really hear the little monsters right now. Right now they're in the living room having playtime with their papa. Because earlier when I tried to do this video, I had to scrap that entire video. One wasn't wanting to behave, one was just trying to be helpful. So, there. Alright. Now you get the basic idea of what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead, undo this, and go to my J-hook. Like I said, once we get started, it's going to make up really fast, and then I'll show you how to do it and put it together. Okay? So, undo this. Okay. Going to make a slip knot. Again, the slip knot does not count as a stitch. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how big I'm going to do. And this bow will probably be for my daughter because it's pink. Alright. Remember, this first one, that's your last one that you chained, is the first one on when you cast on. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember to make sure it's not too tight, that way it's easier to work. 8, 9, and 10. Alright, okay. Like I said, yarn over, pull through the first one, just the first one, that way it's your chain one, your equivalent to a chain 1. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, 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 pull through 2. Okay. And that is basically, the first row is considered the foundation. Now we're going to do our forward pass, which is you do this, you keep both on there, and you pull through both. And then like so. Like I said, this is easy for me to do, but you can pretty much make a bow with crochet with any type of stitch you like. It's just one with basically it's more with what you feel comfortable with, and I feel comfortable doing this because it makes up really quickly, you know. And it's kind of relaxing to make little things for my kids to wear, especially since my oldest son has discovered Christianity, that's kind of belief system his grandparents, Hebrew grandparents, which Hebrew their last name, are into. And even though it's not necessarily my belief system, I support my son because I'm also honoring my great grandmother. This church that we've been going to that's near our home, you know, I feel my great grandma's presence, so I know it's the right place. And they are perfectly okay with the fact that I'm not Christian and that I have my own beliefs. Basically, I'm gonna probably wear what I'm wearing right now to church, but I might change mine to a t-shirt instead. So, kind of cool. Anyway, but like I was saying, my son's been in the habit of wanting to wear bow ties, and it's just easier to make them, you know, especially since they're so quick. And then my daughter likes bows, so. And my youngest son likes wearing bow ties too, so. And we are completing our backward pass again. And then I'll do this for a few more rows until I think it's a good length, and then I'll show you how to make it into a bow. But so this is going to take a while. So this is going to be one of my longer videos, which is good because I'm trying to make longer videos. Another video I'm going to do later this week. I'm going to finally do my the do's and don'ts of cloth diapering and swim diapers. Reusable swim diapers, kind of like cloth diapers. Basically the same thing, but give you an idea on how that works. Because I personally I do disposable diapers and cloth diapers. It's easy for me, especially it saves money, you know, and all you have to do is wash constantly laundry, which is fine because I like doing laundry. And we are going to be recording other games. Saturdays, I talked over with my son, is going to be days where I pick the game and we get to have fun with it. And just for fun, it's not going to be a series or anything. But this weekend, I'm probably going to be doing Skullgirls, which is a Steam game. It's a fighting game. I love fighting games and first-person games. But I don't do so well with platform games. So with the whole Cuphead thing, my son wants to do Cuphead. It's going to be a while because I have to do some practicing. In the comments, let me know what you guys like to do with your kids, you know? We personally like doing all kinds of fun stuff. We are a house full of fandom geeks, fangirls and fanboys. We're very geeky. So a lot of my stuff has to do with cosplay, which is basically Japanese costuming style, you know? Basically it's a costume, but we call it cosplay. We do a lot of cosplays. Me and my husband in Sonic Let's Play, its default is, of course, since we are big fans of Harley Quinn and the Joker, is always Harley Quinn and the Joker. We have different variations of it, and it's our default if we're in a pinch for a con or something. But we try not to default on it too much because that's like, we have to do clown makeup and stuff like that, which kind of reminds me I have to wear new clown makeup. But yeah, we're into we like DC Comics, but we love our villains the most, and our favorite villains that are really similar in personality to us, except for the relationship part and their youth, is the fact that my husband has the personality of Joker and I have the personality of Harley Quinn. So, and I don't condone domestic violence or anything like that. I just don't. But I do like the characters. So, anyway, we're doing a forward pass again. we're gonna keep doing this until it's long enough. I might simply make this a mini bow because I don't want to have too big of a bow because it's going to be on my little monster number one's head as opposed to being a bow tie. So smaller bows are easier to put in a little girl's hair. So probably do one more row and then I will show you how to put it together, and I'm going to have my husband, my tech crew, hand me the scissors because I kind of forgot to bring it over here. The bag. Thank you, my wonderful husband, who's also my camera crew. Okay, now we're gonna yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and in case you've noticed, the forward pass and backward pass counts as one row because it's not complete otherwise. So if you were doing this for a project, for anything else, you need to keep that in mind, or else it won't look right. So remember, end with a backward pass, not a forward pass. So let's see how many rows we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to do 2 more rows. So like I said, go through that, yarn over, pull through both. That way you have your count still, or else it will decrease, not increase. Instead of staying at the count, it will decrease. And be careful not to get mixed up when you do it, because if you see how this is like this, it's like knitting. If you put in that by accident, you would end up increasing. So you gotta keep it like this. But sometimes patterns with this thing you can decrease or increase, but for this particular thing we're not doing either, so had to make sure. So we're going to do forward pass and go through like this in the front, not the back. And this particular version of the Tunisian crochet stitch is a purl. I prefer it. There's different variations that I'm probably going to have to learn still, but this one's easy for me. This is one I recommend for beginners, which to this particular stitch I am a beginner and I'm getting good at it. So maybe in the next couple months, and if you're confident enough, I'll do enough different variation on this one. And I'll probably share the results with you on that one. But that's going to be a whole nother video. Alright. We finished our forward pass. Now we're going to yarn over, pull through the first loop, and this, again, this is considered a chain 1. Now we're going to yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And if I get off topic, I'm sorry. I'm a talker, especially if I'm nervous, I start talking. So it's my I gotta keep going thing instead of dead silence, which is what I did at the beginning of the video because my husband was trying to get me to pay attention to where I needed to have my hands. So anyway, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, that was a complete. Okay, you know what? I think that's enough for a mini bow. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what to do next. We're gonna do the border. So we're not even gonna undo anything. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna go turn like this, like so. We're gonna go in like this, and we're gonna go into a single crochet. It's a matter of finding where it fits to go around. Okay. Good. There we go. I found it. Here we go. Okay. Pull through and complete your single crochet. Basically, you gotta find where it goes. It's not gonna be rocket science. You just gotta find where it can go, you know. That's just how it works. I do this to make it like easier and more spread out, or it would just be like raveling up and trying to fold over in itself. So when I get to the corner, I'm going to do 3 slip stitches in the same stitch to make it more round. So like right here, I'm gonna do that. Like there's one. Get me some slack here. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more in here, and then we're gonna continue going around until we get to the end, and then I will show you how to make it look like a bow. And try not to hurt yourselves. Okay, we got 3 in there. Now we're gonna continue going this way, like so. Doesn't have to be perfect or match up or anything. It just to make it kind of look good. And since it's the same color, you really won't notice. Even if you were doing it in 2 colors, like I do with this, one, you can't really tell, you know. So again, if you don't want to do this particular stitch, you can do any type. But like I said, it's what you feel most comfortable with. So and again, this is a learning process. As I go, I'm learning. If I learn something new and I feel like I'm confident to teach it, I will teach it to you. That's why I am not going to be doing any more basic videos for a while, because I realized reading my crochet books that there's a lot I still need to learn, even though I've been crocheting since I was a kid, pretty much my preteen years. But let's not talk about that, because that was forever ago. Let's just put it this way. I graduated from high school in 2008. Yeah, 10 years ago. Wow. Technically, I actually graduated 6 months early, so it was technically in December of the year before, but I had to wait for a few months for graduation. Okay, now we're at the corner, so we're going to put 3 in here. 3 single crochets, and then since we're getting close to this is going to be, you're going to hold it up and you're going to just weave it in as we go. You can definitely do it a different way, but it's easier for me because I don't want to have tail ends when I'm done, so it's just easier. So now we're gonna go into this like so. Make sure this is in the hook. There you go. That way these are now invisible, you know. Anyway, like I said, this is very simple. Once you get the hang of it, it's easy and quick. I really consider, it's easy to do, but I recommend this particular technique for someone who's been crocheting for a while, because you have to have patience, and yeah. You know what to say, patience is a virtue. Which some of my kids need to learn that one. All 3 of my children need to learn that one. They are not patient whatsoever sometimes. I love them. But sometimes when I'm trying to do something, they can be very impatient. But that's children for you. So like I said, most of my videos are going to be for stay-at-home parents, not just stay-at-home moms, but also stay-at-home dads, because, you know, not every guy goes to work. Some let the wife do it instead, you know. So that's why I do a lot of DIY, save money on things, because I'm all about saving, making things easier. So I hear knocking, which means my little girl is getting irritated, but she's gonna be happy in a minute when I give her her own little bow. So anyway, we're getting to almost where we started. Yeah, we're getting to that point. All right, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Alright, I'm gonna get some more slack. This is why the crochet, the yarn caddy is so helpful, especially since you don't have to go to the store and purchase one. It's just easy to use. A holder can make it. Soon I will be doing a demonstration on how to do that. Okay, getting to the end of this. Right back where we started, so we're gonna single crochet a few into the same one, and then I'm gonna slit stitch. There. And there we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut my yarn here. Normally, if it was like a little bit longer in a different way, I would start in the middle as if going a different direction, so it's more in the middle. But I didn't have the luxury of doing it this time. It depends on how the yarn goes. So I'm going to fasten off, and then I'll weave that in later. I can weave it right now. For me, sometimes if it's like a short thing, I just do this. You know? Like this, because sometimes the yarn, if you cut it off too short, a yarn needle won't work. And sometimes I do it short on purpose, and I just use my hook like so, and then I cut the excess. Do this one more time. There we go. Oh, I'm doing it on my front. Okay, we have to do it in the back. I'm sorry, hold on. Okay, here we go. In the back. Because, as you see, this is what it looks like on the front. This is your front part, and this is the front side, and this is the back side. This is the side that you don't want to have looking. So, anyway, so we're going to do this, like so. Okay, we're going to go in like that, pull it through, and then we're just going to weave it in. And this, since this is shorter, it's easier to do, you know. If I have a longer tail in the beginning, I just weave it in while I'm crocheting. When I do the border, it's just easier. But we'll do this, like, go in like this, like so. Anyway, I'll do this one more time, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess. Look, right here. Alright, here we go. Cut that off. Alright. Now I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, we're going to bunch it up like an accordion, like this. There you go. And then we are just simply going to make it center, as center as you can. We're going to wrap it around. First I will do this. Sometimes this is easier. Like so. Tie it like right here, and then I'll show you what we're going to do to make it look like a bow. Because I know it really doesn't look like a bow right now, but in a second it will. Trust me. You'll see the results in a minute. Okay, we make it a accordion. Like so. Like a accordion. Pinch it like that. Now see how it kind of looks like a bow? We're just going to wrap like this. And then do this as many times as you want. That way it's more secure, because you're going to be putting your either your clippy or your safety pin in. Alright. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time, and then I'm going to do this. Go in like that. And then I'm going to pull through, and gonna just tie it. There we go. And then I'll do this, and then I'll weave it in. There we go. Do one more knot, like so. I hear my little monsters getting fussy, which means they're not happy that I'm not playing with them right now. Alright, there is the bow. And now we will do this. I'll probably go, let's go with this one. And then if need be, you can always take them out, you know. And there you go, a bow. Like I said, this could be either a bow tie or a hair bow. And this is your result. Alright. I am Shigo. Thank you for having fun with me today. Have a ponytastic out. Shigo out.